Good gaming, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nadu, and today we're gonna watch some new play cEDH. In turns order, I don't even remember what it is. So let me go back to my testing and I'll be right back. We're gonna have a top left Nadu, we're gonna have a cEDH Word Eye Captain, we're gonna have a bottom right BlueFarm, and we're gonna have a Najeela bottom left. Quick deck tech. Nadu wants to equip a bunch of stuff. Wants a bunch of zero equip or targeting spell to flip cards. If it's a land, he goes into the field untapped. If it's a card, he puts it into his hand, and then he can make copies. Use Q Swarm to get an infinite number of token, an infinite number of skewed swarm token, and he gets an infinite trigger, and he may win with that. Who knows? Maybe he's never gonna get a final of devastation. Top right, we're gonna have a cEDH Word Eye Captain outside of the regular Turtle combo, Breach, Brain Freeze, and she will have a Planeswalker combo, and with that, it's a tutor in the command zone. Full value. The problem is color heavy, so it is a harder deck to play, but it is also a super good deck. Number 2 now on the number of deck played and deck doing top 16. BlueFarm, value. Only missing a color. I believe it's missing green. However, 2-draw engine in the command zone is actually insane. We're going to see that happen in the game because they're going to copy Chrome, do some crazy shenanigans on that. And Najeela wants to use 5 color, so she wants to attack. When she makes 5 color, she gets an extra combat step, and she wants to have some creatures doing extra combat step over and over because it got Vigilance, Lifelink, and something else. I don't remember. Anyway, combat-oriented deck, kind of off meta nowadays, but she is actually super scary. So starting in turn order, we're gonna have Nadu top left, Gemstone, that's a lucky draw. BlueFarm will pitch an Otawara, Gemstone again. Najeela also lucky, dropping a Rite of Flame. Urza Saga. So Urza Saga turn 1 is actually one of the best play you can have as Nadu. You will go get a Shuko or something else to equip. Mox Diamond, land, pass. Okay. So this is first game of the Win a Case tournament. So it's going to be a total of 5 games back to back with a top 4 final. This is game 1. It's going to be a long run. You're going to hear me talk about that for the next 2 weeks. But sorry, we're going to have some fun. So we've got Timna for the BlueFarm. Najeela cast Mystic Remora. It is a longer game. I'll try to cut, not talk and cut whenever I don't see anything pertinent. But my apologies if it's a longer video. Lotus Cobra. So on the cast, cEDH will fetch, and right after he will tutor. Mystic triggers. Go get Mana Crypt. Plays Mana Crypt, feed Mystic again. So even though we usually say don't feed the fish, I guess some people don't care. For Sisay and Najeela both, one of a good piece is Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Naz. Wow, okay. Feeds the fish. Will anyone have an answer to that? So, just revealing the significant card. Noble Hierarch. Italian. Mean Betrayal. Force of Will. Land. Demonic Consultation. Demonic Tutor. Land. Ignoble Hierarch. Archivist of Phagma. Darkside. Not a super good. Then. Thank God he actually just did that. Esper. Ctonian Nightmare. Simian Spirit Guide. Pact of Negation. Ram Tutor. Sword to Plowshares. Emiel. Brain Freeze. Down to 3. No Mana Rock, but seriously down to 3 with a crypt on him. So sure. Let's see what he's gonna do. Nothing. Gets a Chromox. At this point, I would have just have tried to get another Mox, committed suicide. Because he has one Mox Spirit Guide to get a second red. Goes for Darkside for 3, which is pretty useless. Yeah, I don't know. At that point, I would just have imprinting Archivist Phagma. Exile Simeon, tap for 1, plays the Darkside, I presume, for 3. Would have been good if he had Tessa and something else. Two for Final Fortune, feeding the fish again. So they're showing up, whatever he had. Sending everything else to the discard. Important cards engrave, Emiel, Consultation, Demonic Tutor. Anyway, he has 1 turn to survive. Crypt triggers. Even he loses. Even he loses for First Blood. So it is what it is. Went for it and he got burned. It happens. You never know. Hadas is Hadas. He could have been super lucky, or you can be extremely unlucky like he was. So time for him to watch a game going on for 20 minutes. Plays Chrome. Swings out. Chrome to Nadu, Timna to Najeela. Swords Timna. That is one wicked arc. Mouse going back to the field. Passes his turn. Does not keep the fish around. One, two, three for Ranger Captain. Man, I keep recording and re-listening to myself, and boy, does that suck. So, goes get Mockingbird. So Urza will be able to get a Shuko. Shuko is Shuko. My apologies, but I hate the bird. Drops a Fretch. Lotus gives him a mana. We'll go get something. Lotus will give him a second mana. He will use the 1/2 and the 2 Lotus and the extra from Urza Saga, and he will cast Nadu. No idea why I did not cut this timing off. Tries to cast Nadu. Ooh, spicy. Exiling Simeon. Or Pyroblast. That is something. It is what it is. The verb goes back to the command zone. Ooh, cast Flesh Duplicate. Second spell, Chrome trigger. He draws. Will copy Chrome because he needs cards. Everybody needs cards. Heuristic Study. Chrome swings out to Najeela. Casts 2 to cast the Mockingbird. So Mockingbird can copy anything for anything that is the CMC that you paid. So being misinformed, he was trying to copy the Flesh Duplicate. Sadly, while on the board, Flesh Duplicate is a copy of Chrome, and when he makes a copy, he is not at 2 CMC, but at the CMC of the copy. He copies exactly everything on the card. So the only valid target is the Lotus Cobra. Casts Diabolic Intent, Chrome Ristic triggers. Drops a land, Lotus trigger, use the green to cast the enchantment. He has to put you to press sprawl on a forest. Apologies for Ristic. My apologies for anyone following. You know that there was a flooding in my basement over the weekend. Kind of going down from the hyper-focused, hyper-alert, extreme energy, trying to make sure everything is fine, to BlueFarm plays Lotto Trigger, Lotto Corrupt Sheriff, drops a Hurricane right after, triggers Lotto and Chrome, and from there he'll drop a Talisman of Dominance. Goes to Sack Ranger. Some shenanigans is happening. Technically, he has the whatever the mana he needs for the Torkoal. So, Chain of Vapor on the Mockingbird, Ristic Trigger. So what I believe it's trying to do is to feed cards to the BlueFarm. And then why give so many cards to the BlueFarm? I understand that they may be losing now, but so long discussion. Should have checked with the judge. He cast Chain of Vapor. Doesn't say that he's holding priority. Cast, Ristic triggers can or not resolve, and he could. They're saying that it goes back to the Nadu player to. Priority goes back to Nadu player because he's passing on Ristic. So Force of Will to give him another 2 cards and a treasure because I forgot about Lotto. Force of Will on the Chain of Vapor, and at this point he reveals that he has our REB, an Opposition Agent, and then Red Elemental Blast. So cast Oppo. Then again, Najeela doesn't fetch. So I don't know what they are what the Nadu player is trying to achieve. So Oppo resolves. Taps for a blue, tries to fluster the Oppo. So since it is quite a big tournament, they're saying, yep, no, take back that blue into your pool. He's gonna Legolas Quick Reflex the Mockingbird because he's trying to give card to the BlueFarm, which is at that point it's like, why is he giving him so many cards? So the card giving is done. Tinderwall, Chrome, Ristic, Chrome, and Loto triggers. Does not pay for Ristic. He'll sack Tinderwall to make 2 red. Will tap for 1. Will play Najeela. Passes the turn to Nadu. Oh no, goes to combat. So Mockingbird gets tapped. He gets to ping something because of Legolas' quick reflex. He will ping Oppo. And then he will deal 2 damage to the Nadu player. Now, like I'm saying, why? Why, oh why did you give him so many cards for no reason? Drops a fetch. Crack. Gets another land. We'll get 1. Drop the forest. Makes a green. Makes another blue, sorry. Tries to cast Nadu. Ristic triggers. Does not pay. So he told him that he had a REB. I don't even know why he tried to cast Nadu. Home goes to combat. It's the BlueFarm player. Passes the turn to BlueFarm. One, two, three, four. Plays a Ranger Captain. At that point, they spent all of their interaction trying to block Najeela that I believe that didn't even have a. Of course, it's fishy when you try to go for the Ranger Captain, when you crack the Ranger Captain. But why did you make him draw 10 cards for that? So on the cast, Crop Rot triggers Ristic, still does not pay. Fierce Guardianship on the Crop Rot. This is you're gonna lose your land for nothing. Draw a card, make a treasure. We'll go get the Mockingbird to copy the other player. We'll go for Demonic Tutor. 2 red for a Final Fortune. At this point, they're not doing anything to stop him, so they have nothing in hand. Goes to his end step. Surprising, he doesn't have more than 7 card in hands. So crack the Captain. Diabolic Intent. Doesn't have to show it, but shows Demonic Consultation. You will then try to drop Tassa's Oracle. Ristic triggers, so Chrome trigger. You will let him draw. Drops Demonic, will leave 4 cards into his library, and at that point, they don't have anything. Congratulations to the BlueFarm player for the first win of the tournament. Well, not first win. Well, it's the first game. There was other game that finished way faster than that. One finished in 15 minutes or something like that. We will see a bunch of different game. Sadly, Nadu had 3 representation into the 44 player pool, which is actually quite decent. Well, quite. Anyway, they outperformed everything just like Nadu would do, but we don't have any. We need to adjust to Nadu. Najeela player showing his end. He had whatever he had the cards to actually win, so it wasn't nice to stop him. But when you stop him and he doesn't have any mana anymore, stop feeding him. So congratulations. So thank you very much everyone to be here. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe. I get involved with the community whenever I can, which is 95% of the time if one of my friends didn't already answer. Thank you very much. 250 different player came in and watched my videos last week. Thank you very much. It gives me the hope of keeping up, and I will see you guys next game.